the Igbo king, then Igboland saga or brouhaha for Ghana way, I held the opinion that we should chill. We should just we should chill. We have laws. We have the constitution. Like our laws are there to protect our lands. Our laws are there meant to prevent things like this or from foreigners taking over their land. Like I said that in my post, and only to find out that on Angel TV, Sadiq Adams had actually was reading this press statement from the Igbo king, like from the office of the Eze or the Igbo chief, the leader. And in that press release or that press statement or that comment that they made from the office of the chief of the Igbos, it clearly was saying how this was when the Igbos were looking for someone to represent them, someone to be their leader, and as if it's some kind of like a campaign message or manifesto, whatever you call it. Back in 2013, that was back in 2013, way back in 2013, and apparently after a year, that's in 2014, they realized that no, our laws do not allow for such projects. Our laws do not allow for such undertakings. You get what I mean? So that's what I was saying. There we have constitutions, we have laws in Ghana that protect our lands, that will not allow such a thing to happen. That's why I was like, I wasn't worried, I wasn't bothered about it, because we are Ghanaians. I know my country, I know Ghana, I know our laws do not allow it. That's why I'm not bothered. It's not like there are certain things we just need to know our country, just need to know who we are. The framers of our constitution, the drafters of our constitution, they were intellectual. They were people who they foresaw a lot of things. Some of the things they put in the constitution, they foresaw them. Both the entrenched and the enshrined provisions are there for a reason. That's why I wasn't bothered. That's why I said we should chill. Unless, of course, like all these whole protests, Igbo must go. Look, we have Ghanaians living in other countries as well. We have Ghanaian communities in other countries as well. We definitely have Ghanaian communities in Nigeria, like a place where we only have Ghanaians. I know for sure we have Ghanaian communities in Benin. That I'm aware of. That me personally I'm aware of, because I have seen that. Now, in other countries, I know in Toronto here in Canada, in Toronto, there are Ghanaian communities. Like you go there, they call it Zongo. They even call it Zongo Ghanaian communities in Toronto. Yeah, they call it Zongo in Canada. And you go there, it's Hausa, Nkwan, Hausa song they speak. Idebab. So we should be very circumspect. We should try to take our emotions out of this. If there's any contravention of the law, if any going against the law, our laws will deal with it. There's that one there. Me, I know they fear. Say our laws will deal with any contradiction of the law, any crimes committed. Our laws will deal with it. So in the press release that Sadiq Adams was reading, it's noticed. They noticed that, like, they made it clear that those plans were scrapped long time ago. Back in 2014, they realized our laws do not accept that. It's not possible, and so it was dead and gone. Right now, what is there? All these protests that people are trying to organize, unless, and I'm saying this with a grain of salt, unless choka, that's ewe. It's an adagana in ewe that you the one run, you running the draw you feel like running long time. Then now they come talk, you say your mother-in-law's goat has escaped already. No, you want to run. They say your mother-in-law's goat has escaped. I think in trees they have something like ufa bronya when we akoko. Ufa bronya when we akoko. Unless that's what is going on for all these Igbo must go all these protests, like it's not necessary. We should chill. We have laws for that purpose. Our country, we are a country of intellectuals. In my previous post, I made mention of this, that we should know who we are. This is Ghana. We are a country of intellectuals. We should remove our emotions from this thing and all this. We should think about Ghanaians who also have communities. And I was saying in my post that it is not wrong. There's no crime forming a community, establishing a community, like a group of people saying that, you know what, let's get this space, let's just have a community. We in Kwan, we go live here. Of course, it's not like exclusive, because we have to go within in the context of the law of a land. But it doesn't. You go to other places. It's never wrong to have a Ghanaian community in Canada, a Ghanaian community in the US. It is there where you see a whole block, a whole street, all Ghanaians, right? Of course, acting within the law. So even if the Yorubas in Ghana want to have a community, a place where they have their palace, their culture, it is not something new. And I was saying that that's the reason, that's how Zongos came about. Immigrant, migrant groups coming into Ghana, getting a place, they give them a place to live. That's how these things came. You go to Kufridia, you have Crew Town, right? The Crews, you know, I know there's a group called the Crews. There's a place where only Grunchis are. It doesn't mean it's not wrong as long as everyone is acting within the law. It's not like they're establishing a kingdom. And this whole establishing a kingdom, of course, from the statement, it was something he was saying maybe as a campaign to get elected to be the leader of the Igbos, but it was all scrapped because our laws, again, do not allow for such undertakings. Once again, let's just chill. Unless Obi or somebody or per se onfa bronye ho area akoko, people want to use onfa bronye ho area akoko. Hello, in our way we say atufu jurum ho afio bolon ogbon choka. Unless that, and if that's the case, we should be very careful. You know, countries can always retaliate. There are Ghanaians living elsewhere. We should think carefully. We should be very, very careful.